The Pursuit of Sound podcast is proudly brought to you in part by our sponsor, Zest Vodka. Zest is designed for people like us who love to have a good time, but without that terrible morning after regret. Okay, Zest started with an idea to make a healthier shot option. The market's flooded with high alcohol, sugar heavy products, let's face it, promoting a culture of excessive drinking. But Zest knows we want a more genuine, transparent, and healthier choice without sacrificing taste or experience. So after Zest studied consumer preferences and existing brands, they dug deep into better ingredients. So Zest boasts proudly half the alcohol content, but don't get us wrong, significantly less sugar and zero artificial additives commonly found in traditional shot brands. All right, crafting Zest Vodka was not about introducing just another shot brand. It's more about sculpting an experience. You know, an indulgence-free drink that upholds the pinnacle of taste and quality. They stand to revolutionize the shot market, guiding it towards a brighter, healthier, and more transparent future. Yes, Zest Vodka. So please join us poolside, surrounded by friends, and enjoy Zest Vodka, crafted for everyone seeking a healthier choice. Drink responsibly. Guess what? We're back. I told you we're going live with William Griffin here today. Episode 49 of the Pursuit of Sound podcast, brought to you by none other than, yes, the Zest Vodka. And I think we're finally going to be able to take a sip live.
Ooh.
Our last guest was sober, so now we're going to be able to crack this bottle open officially.
Excellent.
And take the first shots.
Yeah, I've been sober for 20 years now. Just got out of rehab, but glad to break the spell.
Dude, yes, I'm glad I can, take you back to the dark side.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. This is, the best.
I'm on call right now at the hospital, guys.
Yeah. So, William Griffin is a stand-up comedian here in Charleston, South Carolina. And, first off, cheers to that.
Cheers.
Zest represents.
Zest.
Yeah, that's super good.
That's there. Really cleans out the nostrils.
Yeah, I get zero gag reflex. It's just that pure, palatable lemon drop.
Yeah, that was the easiest vodka shot I've taken this week.
Exactly. Dude, so I met you at the Elliott Borough mini bar.
Yeah.
My friend John Selby was like, yeah, I'm just gonna go do an open mic, come through. And I was like, alright, whatever, I'll get out of the house. I've never been to the Elliott Borough mini bar before.
That was your first time?
That was my first time, and I walked in and I was like, it's definitely a mini bar. This bar is miniature.
Yeah, it's tiny.
But it's perfect for the Charleston charm. And then, so I watched him, and then little do I know, this open mic is involving stand-up comedians. And
yeah, right.
So it was first dude was a singer-songwriter, then next dude was singer-songwriter, my friend John Selby, and then the next guy was a guy that read he read the children's book Where the Wild Things Are. Then I was like, I kind of wanted to say it while he was reading, but I didn't want to be disrespectful in a kind of heckling manner. I kind of wanted to let him do his thing. I was going to be like, you're like the white reading rainbow. You're the Caucasian reading rainbow, dude. And then you came up.
Yeah.
And then you were like, who was that said something about
I shouted you out.
I was
the
white
so clever.
Yeah. I was like, that was me? Is it... Okay, it wasn't racist? Alright, cool.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but I loved it. And I was like, I wanted to steal your joke, but I knew I had to give you credit. I was like, that's genius.
Please use that, man. I was just happy to have it appreciated. And then you went on, and
you made me giggle.
They were trying to leave, and then I was like, oh wait, no, this dude's about to do some stand-up. Oh shit, yes. Because I, as people who know me know, I'm obsessed with stand-up comedy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's like I'm like super obsessed with it. So that's why I was like completely engaged straight off the rip. And I kind of wanted to pick your brain and like relate and finally have on a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
You know,
Yeah.
I look up to stand-ups like the same way I look up to musicians. It's like it requires a lot of confidence.
Right. Yeah,
You
it
know?
definitely does. Yeah. I love this, like, there's a Seinfeld quote, and he says, let me get this right. He's like, every comic wants to be a musician, and every musician thinks they're funny.
Oh my god,
And
dude.
it's kind of like there's this, like, we're each playing our game, and I love dabbling in piano and singing in the shower and that kind of thing. It's like what y'all do blows my mind. I love like writing songs, because like songs and jokes to me are like interchangeable.
Yeah, it's like the same
It's all
difference.
the same, a lot of same stuff.
It
Yeah.
really is. Who were the comedians that really stood out to you in the beginning that like inspired you to get you going?
Oh yeah. Okay. You know, growing up, definitely Ace Ventura.
Oh
When
my
Nature
God.
Calls, like, what's his name? Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey for sure. Yeah.
Like, if I had to pick like one person, it'd be Jim Carrey. When Nature Calls. I think it's like, have you seen that one?
So is that When Nature Calls?
Ace Ventura.
That's a
Yeah.
Ace Ventura
Yeah.
like spinoff
Sequel,
or
yeah.
sequel or whatever.
Yeah.
It's been so long. Like I probably saw that on VHS. Like
Right. Yeah, it's on VHS. That's how old it is. But like just his physical comedy, you can't go 1 minute of watching him without like giggling. You just giggle. Jim Carrey is so funny.
dude, we lost that. Like that kind of it's evolved so much from like the simple like slapsticky kind
Yeah,
of humor, and now
yeah.
it's like kind of like more heady and stuff.
Right.
Like,
It's definitely, there's like a super intellectual streak, and I think everybody can like what they want. I'm definitely more of like, dude, I want to see some funny characters, and I love stand up. I love stand up, and I also love characters like Borat, for example. Like
Oh, yeah.
I love any kind of like anybody who's trying something new. It's
you
cool.
kind of look like you could be like a white American like Borat.
No, I just
like,
had a
little
mustache.
bit.
I just had a
that's right,
mustache,
dude.
and I just shaved it. I was doing Borat impressions on King Street.
Oh my
And
god!
like people,
dude.
I wore a gray suit, and I have my mustache, and I play the music, and I go like, "You want to be my sister?" That kind of thing.
No,
So, yeah.
very nice.
It was,
Your boobs are huge.
I know, yeah, the nice chest from Kazakhstan. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely Jim Carrey. I mean, Robin Williams is hilarious. I mean,
Oh, rest in peace.
yeah, R.I.P. Robin.
One of the greatest for sure.
And then, like, on my very first set that I ever did, I was really obsessed with Anthony Jeselnik at the time.
Oh my god, he is.
Yeah.
Oh, he's torturous.
He's torturous, but yeah, and so I basically copied him. Not in the sense I didn't copy his jokes or anything, but like I would handwrite all of his jokes, and then I would write my own jokes as if I was Anthony Jeselnik.
Right.
And then when I got on stage and did that kind of like Anthony Jeselnik set, again, not using his jokes, but using his like cadence and inflection and that kind of thing. Like I came from like a theater background, so I viewed it as you're studying for a role. So it's a little bit maybe a difference between me and other comics. They'll write their own jokes, and I do that, but like I first study a specific comic and then play with the words as if I was them, and that always helps me get going.
Right, like kind of like method style.
It's method, yeah. Or
Yeah.
when you learn piano or your instrument, you first copy songs.
Yeah, emulate.
You emulate,
Yeah.
and then you play.
So you like write out the joke, so you're
Yeah.
actually feeling like him writing out
yeah,
the joke.
I write the joke,
Go
I
through
say the joke as if I was him. Because that's the
Okay,
same
wow.
process I did for acting.
Wow.
You get a script, and then you say the script out loud until you know it dead, and then you could even speak as if you're the character, even if you've lost the script. Like you just...
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
yeah.
You have to embody that.
So I did that for Anthony Jeselnik on my first set, and it was about 9/11, the set.
No
It was about
dead
10...
children, like, cause he's like crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy. But the thing when I got off stage, people were like, "Dude, you sound like Anthony Jeselnik."
You're
And
like,
that was-
what?
that
I
was the
actually
best.
hit the goal.
Yeah, it was
What
like
the-
transcendence. Yeah, it wasn't good or anything, but they were like, "You did sound like Anthony Jeselnik," so it was kind of funny. Like, like objective met.
That's
Yeah.
a compliment.
Yeah, for the first set, that was a good.
And,
Good.
and
Then it fell apart from there.
Oh, well, you know what? It's like we get sharpened by the things that we cut our teeth in. Like,
yeah.
you know, we've all had I've had legendary fails, and they
Sure.
just led to
Yeah.
legendary wins.
What's like a fail for you when you're doing your thing?
Bro, I've
what
had
happened?
every style of a fail. I mean, I'm telling you everything. Like, some of the pretty bad ones are like, okay, I was DJing Uptown Social. This is probably like, I don't know, 3-4 years ago or something like that.
Yeah.
The rooftop area.
Yeah. I go there
It was
every
a
night,
Sunday afternoon, completely packed. Like, shoulder to shoulder easily.
Yeah.
Like, probably fucking at least a couple hundred
Just
people.
slammed.
And so it's lit as fuck. Boom. I'm DJing. And my friend at the time, who I'll spare his name, you know who you are. You definitely know who you are. He was like, dude, you're like, it kind of seems like your DJ table is about to fall off like the front of the stage. And I was like, it's good, dude. Like, don't worry about it. Like, let's just do this shit. Like get us a couple shots or something.
Yeah.
He's like, no, hold on, I got you. And he went to like adjust one of the legs on the table, and then like the whole table, he pulled the leg too far so that it fell off the front side of the stage, so then everything fell into the crowd.
Oh no.
Like my whole entire DJ table, controller, everything, but it was so packed that it like just immediately pressed up against everybody's bodies. Like it didn't hit it couldn't hit the ground because it was completely like just smattered with people. And so everybody was like, what? And I was like, I'm going to strangle you, son. I'm going to strangle you so hard, dude. And another pretty good one was like when I was at Mint and I was like hitting the CO2 cannon on the crowd, and I accidentally went across the face of my laptop, and it catapulted the laptop completely. I was probably 7 feet up in the air for where the laptop was, and it just fell and hit it like, it was almost like it got struck by lightning and like you were to leave your shoes. Like all like the cables, just like all the cables became immediately disconnected, and it just fell onto the floor, and I couldn't even look. Everybody was just like, and I was just like, and then somebody kind of like picked it up and brought it up to me. I was like, it's definitely gonzoed. And then it was a MacBook, and it just had a crack, a dent on the corner, and nothing else was wrong. And I just kind of like plugged it back in, and everything was working. And I was like, what? And everybody was like, yeah. It's like, God is real. Yeah,
that's wild. I mean, you could have like it's like hardware disasters. It's crazy. That's crazy. And it kills the flow of your set, I'm sure.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm like, why didn't anybody film this and it would be viral?
Oh yeah, you should just orchestrate that to happen anyway.
Yeah,
something crazy.
So then, what are some of your good fails? Like,
oh my gosh, I feel like every time I go on set or on stage, like there's a fail. Like, because every joke I view as like a test balloon, and I'm just throwing stuff. I'm just throwing grain out to the wind and seeing what grows.
99 love test balloons.
Yeah, no, there's Luftballons. they hovens under. So like but again, it's not like a fail. I think failure is basically if you just stop trying.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you're trying and it's not working, then you just try something else.
Outside of the semantics, you know what I mean? Tell me, what are the details?
Oh, a specific fail could just be telling a bad joke. Like one time, I make bad jokes all the time. Like there's so many jokes that don't land. Like the majority of them don't land. And so then you retry them again next week in a different way. So like I could be like, what's with 9/11? That sucked. Or I don't know, it's not even a real joke and like it sucks. And then next week it becomes a little better. Like we switch it up and like have a better viewpoint. And I don't know, I'm trying to think of something right now. I'm not good at coming up with on the fly, but my friend works at Hooters or tried to work at Hooters, but it didn't work out. I don't know what his deal is. Like, just, I don't know. See, it's like the shitty start of a joke.
Yeah, 9/11, like, everything died except for that one dude's passport that was, like, found in the rubble somehow.
Right.
Bad joke.
Yeah, exactly.
But, you know, you, like, kind of got to shoot for the stars and try to land on the moon.
Yeah. But it's like, when there's a fail, it doesn't matter. Because, like, every time my jokes don't land, which, like, the majority of them will not.
Like that plane?
Yes, like the plane. Yeah,
see, exactly. Okay, there we go. Now we're working with something.
That's it. Now we got something. That joke didn't land like the plane. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. But actually, that's exactly my point.
Thank you.
Out of the failure comes, like, you can make fun of the failure with the crowd. Like, I love crowd work. Like, I'd rather just get up there and mess with the crowd. So the jokes provide me the reason to get up there, and then when those bomb, I can be like, man, that joke sucked. Who told that?
Just like the fucking like secret bombs inside of the Twin Towers, like, and because it was a conspiracy, like because it really wasn't the planes and they were CGI'd and that it was just bombs.
What do you think about all that?
I think it's I don't know.
What if it was? What if it is a conspiracy?
Then I would believe it. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's definitely sus. Like, we could go down a rabbit hole real quick, but with like all the other buildings that like didn't have planes involved, that they bombed, pun intended, obviously. Like, if you've seen Spare Change. But I want to pivot to something a little bit more lighthearted. I was like, all right, obviously I gotta look at your stories, see what you got going on. Boom, Parked Out by the Lake. I was like, perfect, dude. I fucking love this. I was like, I love that song. I was like, I've been on that song.
Yeah, you've heard it before?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 80 miles just
outside of Santa Fe.
Yeah, I'll park by the lake. Now I'm sitting by the lake. Yeah, 80 miles
from Santa Fe.
And these are the only lyrics in the song that you will hear.
We heard it. I heard it on the way back from Nashville. I went with two of my best friends in Nashville.
Not from Santa Fe.
Not from Santa Fe. On the way back from Nashville, they just like, my buddy just like, you're gonna like this song. It's pretty deep. And then he starts playing it. It's pretty deep.
Just like that lake, dude.
And then it's just like the conspiracy theory. Never mind.
Ooh, yeah, that was good. All right, call back.
It's it was just a ridiculous. It's like making fun of country music. How like sometimes it's kind of like a formula and no one's really saying anything. And
exactly.
And that was an example in that song.
But I like it more than a lot of other country songs.
It's pretty funny.
Too.
It's pretty darn funny. So
it's like a troll song, but like that kind of actually is like surprisingly catchy.
Yeah. Well, it's like when I saw this thing about like TED Talks, and the guy's like, here's how to give a TED Talk, and he's out there giving a TED Talk about how to give a TED Talk.
Really?
And he goes, you'll always pause before a major point, so that people can, like, and he's what he's talking about is what he's doing. He's like, and then you move 3 steps to your left.
Yes, dude.
And then you give a pregnant pause.
Pregnant pause? Yeah.
And then he gives the pregnant, it's like he's doing what the thing is. And he's like, and then you emphasize certain words so people think they're important. And everyone's like, like he's like playing he's like truly mastering the format.
Is this Steve Jobs?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he just is not like holding like an iPhone with like a turtleneck.
Yeah, exactly.
Steve Jobs did a lot of that TED Talk style stuff.
Yeah, he's the true godfather.
It's just like, I present to you the iPhone, and everyone's like, ah. It's wild.
I present to you the TED Talk.
The TED Talk, yeah.
This is where we will describe my inventions.
If you had to give a TED Talk, what would it be?
My TED Talk would be on, I'd say, lifestyle, but it's the style of your life.
It's the most high thought I've ever heard.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, what is that? What would that? What do you mean by that?
Like
style of your life. Are you messing with me? Or
like longboards, dude, and
are
like
you messing? No, you're messing.
No,
with me.
I mean like it would probably be like something like I'm trying to think. It'd probably be more or less about like something kind of musical, probably like dance floor psychology, which is pretty interesting. It's almost like the same application of like the joke telling psychology, where it's like you on the spot, you're having to like shift your joke order, or like what jokes you choose based on the way people are reacting real time. These things matter, and they might not be discussed as openly enough as far as like DJs are concerned and whatnot. And
wait, so like if you look at the crowd, like give me an example of like you see something in the crowd, then you're like, oh wait, I'm gonna do this. Like, how does it work? It
works like dance floor psychology. So I would start by playing things according to the specific mood, and then kind of take cues from people's like expressions and things that they're doing. I want people to stick around for another drink and be entertained and have things that they can latch onto, like a good remix of like something that they would definitely know. And like I'll watch them like secretly from being like completely disengaged to like starting to become interested to like getting out of their seat to like then like starting to get like a little fucking like a little something going on in their shoulders, like all of a sudden like you got like the little hip demon
you're
going
like
on.
Playing them. You're like, it's like you play music and then they move. You're
it's like the snake charmer.
Yeah, you're like wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, so you know you gotta hit them with those tried and true classics like Ain't No Mountain High Enough, like but a good house remix of it, and then like the classics, and then you know I've got like just secret weapons of songs that to really like do it and like remix it, like switch it up on them and stuff, and like you know, like I hate line dances. I hate playing line dances, but I have like this one really good like remix of Wobble. It's like a Moonbaton remix of Wobble, and it's like if it's like that right environment where somebody will come up and ask me like, hey, like you got like any line dances or something, like can you play the Wobble? I'll be like, I guess I'll play the Wobble. And then like but then I'll like spin it and everybody be like, what? Then it'll get lit. What would you do your TED Talk on?
Gosh, I don't know. What would I do it on? I don't know, something about kind of like what you mentioned, like something about how to riff with people, but I don't know how I would instruct on that. But like just how to be quick in the moment. But again, I don't know I just love making connections in the moment with other stuff. And I don't know what that would be. Like that's like this, like if you're like 9/11, I'm like, that reminds me of the Russian villages in the 60s where they created these fake villages to fool the you know, or just something like, and then it's like, let's talk about that. I don't know, is that riffing?
Exactly. It's
I don't know how to
it's
teach
like
it,
improv, you know, like just being quick-witted with it.
Yeah, just being quick and like just, I don't know, making connections between stuff. Like I was reading the newspaper the other day, and Kenya was twice in the newspaper on these two different articles, and then I thought about how this is totally kind of all over the place, but remember in Always Sunny in Philadelphia? You ever watch that show?
Oh, of course.
Remember when Charlie makes this connection between Karen and HR, and he puts a bunch of newspapers on the wall, and he draws circles and makes connections?
Like with the yarn?
With the yarn,
yeah. And he's like up for like all night.
Yeah, and he's up all night.
Paint thinner and shit.
Exactly. Yeah, I felt like I was like that all of a sudden. So I was like, okay, what would Charlie do in this moment with these two Kenyas in the newspaper? And I was like I basically came up with a whole conspiracy story in my head about Kenya and the IMF and their troops that are in Haiti right now and how that's all connected.
So explain it. Like,
well, this is like,
take us there.
If I had to make, here's what I see. I'll walk you through it step by step. I was reading the Wall Street Journal, and I see on like page A6, like towards the middle of the newspaper, there's two different articles, but they're both about Kenya. The first article is about Kenya, first nation to send troops to Haiti. So Kenya's sending a couple thousand troops to Haiti to stabilize the country because it's like being overrun by warlords. And that was one article. The article beneath it goes, Kenya reaches new deal with IMF to have loan forgiveness. And so
what's IMF?
The IMF is the International Monetary Fund, and they loan lots of money around the world to governments.
Okay.
And governments sometimes get in trouble. They can't pay the IMF back. And then the IMF says, hey, we'll restructure your loan or we'll help you pay it back. You just have to do these certain things, such like as raise taxes or send troops or print more of your own currency. Like they have all these economic things they tell countries to do. And they basically loan money to countries and then they'll tell them what to do. And I was like, what if the IMF or some kind of entity or power structure used the IMF to get Kenya to send troops to Haiti, and in return, Kenya got some loan forgiveness. And that was a conspiracy my mind came up with right in that moment.
But what's the real conspiracy? Because it seems pretty plausible.
It's plausible. Yeah, I would say you'd have to look for evidence. Like, I had no evidence. That was just a story my mind came up with, and then I felt like I was Charlie in
Oh my God,
Always Sunny,
yes,
where I'm just
dude.
sitting there smoking like, can you hear it? Can you hear it? Haiti, IMF, it's all connected. And
yes, hold on, the gasoline. Okay, and then the troops, because like the people are like funds and
right. Yeah.
Hold on, and money is people, and the bones are their money.
Right.
The dollars are
they're
worms. And
exactly.
bones are their money.
Yeah.
They've never seen this much food
They're
before.
printing dollars. The bailout goes to this thing, and then like it's just it's really easy to like come up with like these wild stories and conspiracy theories because our minds are good at coming up with like stuff, I guess. But we have to look for evidence, otherwise we don't know.
Yeah, exactly. No, I love conspiracies. I started splicing in a little bit of I don't know if you've heard of that show by Tim Robinson.
No, what is it?
It's like, what?
He's the guy from Shawshank Redemption, right?
I don't think so. Tim Robinson, sorry. He it's the show on Netflix called I Think You Should Leave. You haven't heard
that?
Yes,
dude.
that
guy.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
There's this one skit where it's like okay, thank you. At least you know where I know
where you're going.
Okay, so there's this one skit, I think it's like in season 1 or 2, and it's like they're in like a studio, kind of like back in like Elvis days.
Okay.
And they're having to impress like the engineers to convince them that they're worthy of being recorded. Because back in the day, it was like all that stuff was gate kept. And so it's like, all right, there's like the little like the clear plexiglass window in between them, and they're talking back and forth, and it's like, all right, kind of starts off with like the executives being like, we didn't really like that, and he's like, well, give us a chance. He's like, the kids don't really like gospel-y stuff, and he's like, so the kids don't like gospel? All right, I got you. And then he like goes back to his like 2 other band members. Tim Robinson's on the bass, another dude's just on a snare drum with like his hands. It's so rinky dink. And then he's like, just follow my lead. He's like, he's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and he's like starting to go into like Johnny Cash type stuff, and it's like really good. And then you're like, all right. And then Tim Robinson comes in and he's like, yeah, and that was the day that the skeletons came to life. Like the bones are their money. The worms are their dollars. Like, they've never seen this much food before because there's like half as much underground. They're coming to pull your hair.
Oh my gosh.
Up, but not out. They're just trying to get another chance at life.
It's so bad. The lyrics are so bad.
He's like, bloop. Yeah, we were liking everything up until like you started talking about the skeletons.
Yeah. Man, he basically just was terrible in the sketch. Is that kind of the idea?
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense.
Oh my God. But so what are you watching like stuff these days? Like what do you put on? Are you subscribed? Are you prescribed to Netflix?
I'm prescribed. Yeah,
get your 30 milligrams of
30 mils of Netflix. Yeah, what are my subscriptions? I guess Netflix. I love YouTube music videos. So I get on YouTube every night and I watch music videos.
Dude, and I'm on YouTube and I'm watching podcasts.
I never watch podcasts.
We're fantasizing about the other side.
Yeah. I'm always driven about music and stuff, and like, oh, what would like I watch these people just they're all and like the big thing right now, at least in country, I've been listening to a lot of country lately. They go and play music in the woods. This is like the thing. They're all playing out in the woods, and I found so much random stuff like country hip hop.
Oh yeah,
they call it hick hop.
What?
Have you ever heard that term?
No,
you ever heard that term?
That was
called hick hop.
All right, hick hop.
Hick hop.
You just learned that here, like
maybe like kind of Jelly Roll-ish, but maybe even more. Just like there's one called Illinois Cowboy. No, there's one called Halfway Hillbilly. What's his name? He's so good. They're so funny. And he's like little cowboy, half hillbilly, half Conway, Twitty, half Lil Wayne, and I don't know. It's just
Conway.
Is
that a shout out to Conway, South Carolina?
Oh no, Conway Twitty, the famous country singer.
Oh, I know.
I
don't know.
But Kanye Twitty, and then Lil Wayne, like the dude. I don't know. The dude's just melting all these genres. So it's kind of I love music videos like that, just where they're just playing around.
Send it. We'll clip it in on the reels after this. Dude, Hick Hop.
Yeah, Hick Hop's the jam.
There's like this one group of people. It's like there's this dude named Big Wet. And yeah, it's
cool.
just as good. It makes me
wet.
big wet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm like toweling off after I listen to a song.
Big Wet.
Yeah, he's got he paired up with this like pretty dank producer, mostly known for like kind of EDM stuff, named Branches, and they came out with like a pretty good handful of like hip hop, I would say, type stuff. One of them's called Turn Up on the 4th of July. One of no, that one's actually Turn Up on the Weekend, and then another one is 4th of July. Then there's another one called Squad, and it's like just, it's so dank.
Yeah. What is it again? What's the name?
So I think I can get away with 15 seconds on podcasts. So
is that the rule?
I'm pretty sure. So I'll show you a little bit of, I guess, Squad, because it's just like
Big Wet.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the most ridiculous name.
Looks like Danny McBride, kind of like Big Wet.
Oh yeah,
kind of. So
Danny McBride. Oh, he does look like Danny McBride. Holy cow.
But I just got back. Big Red and the boys got a table in the back, and there's an open chair for me.
Oh yeah.
With my squad, yeah, we don't try too hard. One tab when we're at the bar.
Yeah, dude.
Wow, that was good. I like that. He's
little teaser.
He looks like a normal dude.
Yeah, I mean, like,
it's about country. Country's full of like normal dudes, and like all country songs are all basically like super alcoholic oriented. Like, I lost the girl because of alcohol, so I'm gonna go to the bar now.
Brought to you by
Zest. Brought to you by Zest. On that note,
hey, I'm down if you're down.
Yeah, I'm down. This is very nice tasting. I do bar crawls, and so this could easily. This may be the play. Have you tried Alka-Seltzer Hangover?
No.
It's amazing.
Alka-Seltzer Hangover? Does it like give you a hangover?
Or maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. I mean, they're not a sponsor. I don't know how it works, but it's basically like you have these like two discs and you pop them in water and they fizzle up and you drink them. Like I drink one before I go to bed and then one when I wake up.
Yeah.
And it gets sort of like 90% of your hangover, at least for me.
No way.
Yeah. Alka-Seltzer Hangover. Yeah. Or you can do Goodies. Has kind of the same Goodies or BC powder.
Yeah, just like sniff that right.
Yeah, right.
Like,
just snort that in the dome.
Supposed to do, right?
Yeah, either that or an enema. Whatever.
Yeah, all right.
Whatever gets it into the bloodstream fastest. My toes are all sealed up, so my veins and my toes are sealed up.
I just put the BC powder straight in my.
Yeah.
Pause.
We've all been there.
Yeah. No. I've actually wanted to try the IV hydration places sometimes.
Yeah, those do look cool.
But
have you done it yet?
Well, when I usually want to, I'm like so hungover that I'm like not ready to get out of bed to go help myself.
You've already reached the point of no return.
Yeah, exactly.
That seems drastic.
I don't like getting needles put into my veins, like,
oh really,
per se. A little pokey ouchie is not.
I love it.
You love it?
I love that feeling.
How are those veins looking?
Well, I don't ever like use needles, but like, yeah, when I used to go to the doctor and he's like, I'm gonna give you a shot, I'm like, sweet. I think it's so cool when you have something like in your vein. It's crazy.
Like, am I about to become an X-Man?
Yeah, like,
put poisonous venom in that IV drip.
Yeah, shave my head, put me in a wheelchair, call me Professor X.
Oh my god, dude.
Hello, Patrick Stewart.
Dude, okay, so if you could become like a superhero.
Go on, yeah.
Yeah, let's divulge this.
Yeah.
What would your super, like, if, imagine, okay, this one just came to me.
Yeah, what is it?
For example.
Just riffing.
Riffing.
Yeah.
Let's take the worst pest ever. All right, what? I would be called the Flea, but I could jump. I could literally jump from here to Los Angeles in a single leap, because you know how like high fleas can jump.
They can, yeah. Wait, isn't that already a thing? Isn't the Flea already a superhero?
Is it?
I thought that's what you were getting at, because that's already a thing.
Wait, the Flea is a superhero?
There's definitely like a cartoon when I was a kid. I'm 33. that was called the Flea.
Oh, well then my superhero power would be like being
That's
able
a great power.
to see through and see like boobies and stuff. Then I'm sorry.
That would make sense.
That's like the next best one since the Flea is already taken.
Wait, but what if you could never turn off that superpower? Like, what if when you go meet your future mother-in-law, you're like, no, like, you know what I mean?
No, that camel toe.
Or can you turn it on and off? Your superpower.
You know what? I like the option of being able to turn it on and off, but I also like the option of not being able to turn it off. Yeah, like that.
That would make Thanksgiving very awkward.
Why? Why is it looking a little mountainous in certain regions?
Yeah, what's
I'm not
happening?
sure what's going on here.
That'd be a wild thing.
No, that actually be really good because it's like, you know, I'm not trying to like, I could be like looking for a future partner, but I'm not trying to have somebody with too big of areolas or too small of areolas.
Right.
So I'm able to like vet these women based on the size of their areolas.
Right. No one else is doing that. That's genius.
No, I can't go for a $50. I can't go for a dime. Maybe something like
maybe a pepperoni.
Like a pepperoni quarter size. It's good radio if you ask me.
You could get hired by who's at the airport security? TSA.
Oh, they're already doing it. They can see your dick, dog.
Really?
You haven't heard about this?
No.
So it's like when they
oh man, that's why they were laughing when I was at TSA.
Yo!
They were just pointing at me like, I don't know. I don't know what it. They're like,
he's not circumcised.
Yeah, they're like, look at this guy. They're like, he's definitely Jewish. I'm like, no, I don't know what's happening. Don't look at me. Look away. Ah. But yeah, so they can see
you got something in your pockets.
They can see our private parts. Is that true,
dude? So imagine you've got the little thing spinning around you. Yeah. Right, and it's looking straight through your clothing.
Right.
You know what I mean? So there's and then so you can see the outlines of your body parts, right?
Right.
Like where your skin is and like your bones and then like your the thing that's in between your legs.
They can see all that.
They can see my boobs. Every time I come through, they're like,
I feel so violated.
Your boobs are huge.
They're like, good work, sir. You should get that checked out.
Yeah. And I was like, you already checked it out.
I'm surprised they don't live stream all that. They're like, look at this cow. Look at this guy. He's lactating.
Yes. Yeah, yesterday I tried to reach my nipple and I couldn't. I was like,
I don't think it's possible. Is that even possible?
I just have to get bigger milkers.
That's like
and then it is possible.
Yeah, right. That would conceivably become possible. It's like, did you have like brothers growing up or anything?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, I had an older sister.
Well, did she? I have older brothers, and they would be like, "Hey, bite your ear." And so I'd like spend time trying to like bite my ear, and then I was like, "This is impossible." Like they're like, "We'll give you $20 to bite your ear." It's not possible.
Okay, biting your ear is a little bit more far-fetched than the version I heard, where it was licking your elbow.
Yeah, I can't do that either.
Or sucking your own elbow is what I meant to say. Yeah, like you can't suck your own elbow. You can't do that.
Elbow macaroni.
They'd be like, haha, guy, right? Yeah. I bet you can't.
Probably would, the species would not continue if that was the case. You know what I mean? They would like end civilization as we know it. Just
people like living in tents, just sucking on their elbows.
Yeah, just complete. No one leaves their homes. It's just disaster.
Yep, that's why God created us this way.
What if that was how? You ever seen Children of Men? The movie with Clive Owen from like the early 2000s.
No.
It's a movie. The premise is basically women have stopped having children. And so the movie's about 20 years into this, or maybe 18 years into this period of the Earth's history. And like in like modern times, like in our current age, where like a woman hasn't had a new baby in 18 years. Like, and society's just like crumbling. Because why is anyone doing anything?
So they're 18
no one's having
years
children?
Deep into no propagation, yeah.
And then there's other stuff that happens in the movie. I don't give it away. But like it's such a cool premise of like, dude, if there were not children, or if we stopped having children altogether, like, why would anyone really... In many ways, we would not really do a lot, because we're like, whatever.
Yeah, and then the Genghis Khan would come back through.
Yeah.
You know?
And like it's a crazy movie because like in the movie it's set in the UK, but like people are turning back into like warrior bands of people in different tribes and just like fighting for the current existence. Like they're just fighting and there's no reason to do good because no one can have babies. They're all like, whatever, like...
Dude, what?
Yeah.
Everything out the window.
Yeah, everything out the window.
Especially for the like early 2000s. It's like, yeah, dude, like Matrix, it was a documentary, dude.
Yeah,
it was a documentary.
Yeah, and Britney Spears is the queen or something, like an NSYNC is the,
I wish...
NSYNC is the third arm of government or something.
That'd be sick, dude.
2000s, like, Posh Spice and David Beckham are running around. They're the king and queen in this alternate universe. I'd be
kind of fine with that.
Kind of cool.
I mean, you know what I mean? What did that like sort of led me to like try to circle back to what are some of your favorite conspiracy theories?
Ooh. What's the one I've heard lately?
It's one of your favorite.
Okay. Let me think. This is what I heard from a guy who seems to know interesting spooky stuff. And he was basically saying that and this is again not fact verified. I have no dog in this fight either way. It just he threw out something that seemed interesting. He was
Sounds legit.
He was basically like October 7th in Israel, the attack on October 7th by Hamas. He said that was actually allowed to happen. So by elements of the Israeli government, like of their intelligence community, that they allowed that attack to happen so that they had a reason to go into Gaza. And that was something that he was like, oh yeah, that attack, they allowed that. Not Netanyahu, but like lower level members of their intelligence service were like, they knew it was going down and they prevented it from being like leaked because they wanted the attack to happen.
Oh, that's your favorite? Oh man, come on. I'm talking about conspiracy theories like, hey, Britney Spears is actually my favorite in comparison. All right, let's start to get down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah, let's get down to the serious
stuff. Let's sharpen this blade a bit really quick, William. All right. No, Britney Spears is dead, and Jamie Lee, her younger sister, is now posing as her, but through filtered AI generated filters.
That would be wild.
So there's this one video where Britney Spears is like doing like some, you know, she's like working it for the camera, all this good stuff, boom, and then one of the moves she makes is like her hand in front of her face, you know how pop stars do, but then it's like the filter, like the AI generated filter, like as it's like going across the face, you start to see like weird artifacts, like and it almost looks like it's somebody else, like in the fringing of like the masking. It's very hard to describe.
No, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, and like, then like all of a sudden,
it's not rendering almost. It's
not like it's like it's the technology isn't completely there. And then like so it's like deep faked kind of.
Wow.
You know, that kind of conspiracy.
Yeah. Something that really has real weight to it.
Yeah.
So wait, Britney would be dead because just she died or something?
It has real weight to it because Britney Spears has gone off the deep end and she's sort of so far out of the public eye that it is now plausible to start to create these conspiracies about where she's at, what she's doing, this conservatorship, the lack of her free will. Like, is she real anymore? Like, okay, like she was the biggest pop star known to humanity, and then now all of a sudden she's in shambles. Oh, that she went through this crazy phase. What's the defamation about? Oh, wait, what? Like, these songs that she's coming out with lately, like, they don't really seem to be like kind of like her, like what she could be, her peak potential. Like there's all these things that tie into the Britney Spears conspiracy, just for one example. But Bigfoot's cool too.
The segue to Bigfoot. Bigfoot, dude. Well, if Britney was dead or incapacitated, they're probably just trying to still milk the money and like keep her alive. Is that kind of the idea?
I would just think more like probably like, you know, making clones out of her, selling them off into like sex slaves, like you know,
that is
sort of human trafficking rings.
Logical step.
But Bigfoot, I'm like, why don't they call Bigfoot Big Dick? Like, there's no like prints of his dick, like just like smearing through the dirt. Like, it was a big three-legged animal,
Yeah.
and I was terrified he had a boner.
It's full of hair. Dude, Bigfoot, I mean, I guess that's more of a Seattle area type thing, isn't that? Like in the Northwest?
It's like
everywhere?
Worldwide.
Whoa.
Yeah, what? I thought you were into conspiracies.
Well, I don't know, I'm no expert, but, I mean, yeah, Bigfoot, I mean, I feel like who would sponsor Bigfoot on like a corporate level?
Ghillie suits.
Ghillie suits.
Probably fur jackets, like
Fur jackets, yeah.
condoms,
Furries
for sure.
Razor companies.
Furries, fur.
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
For
For sure.
Yeah, probably like an energy drink.
Yeah.
Probably like
Granola company.
yeah, granola company.
Like Twigs and Berries or like something like.
More realistically, there's already a soap brand around it.
Right.
And a deodorant brand. Squatch. Yeah, dude.
Isn't that Squatch?
It's Dr. Squatch, I think.
Dr. Squatch.
Yeah, I've actually tried it. It's pretty good.
Is it good?
Sponsor the podcast. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. Hey,
It's
Dr.
fine.
Squatch.
Yeah, make me smell like Bigfoot.
Make him smell good.
Make
He
us-
smells bad. I'm
Yeah.
joking. He smells neutral. I don't smell anything really.
The funny thing is that Bigfoot is purported to smell like fucking piss and shit.
Really?
Yeah.
As it gets stuck in his hair.
It's like a skunky smell.
Ew.
They call him a skunk ape.
A skunk ape.
And like 15% of like the sightings, there's a putrid smell.
Really? That makes sense. It's a big furry thing.
Yeah, that
Like-
probably's got 0% hygiene.
Yeah. It's just nastiness. I mean,
Deodorant company needs to sponsor Bigfoot to get
Yeah.
his ass less smelly.
yeah, Axe body spray needs to be
Yeah, exactly.
spraying Bigfoot, or maybe dry shampoo or something.
Shampoo.
Women use this product called dry shampoo, and I never understood really what it.
Oh,
does,
dude, it's
but
not
they spray
women.
it.
It's not just women, dog.
What?
Yeah, dude. So
Are you serious?
my ex put me onto this. Yeah,
what does
yeah,
it
yeah.
do?
It's
I went camping with girls one time, and they all had shampoo. Yeah, what does it do?
so this product not sponsored.
And again, this was a genuine question. I had no idea that he had.
Drop Dead
What
Gorgeous
does it do?
because obviously
Oh, it's for the beard.
no, I mean
okay.
obviously Drop Dead Gorgeous is what I am.
Okay. Yes.
But so you put this in the palm of your hand and you kind of just do it like so, and it will pretty much kind of absorb the oils in your hair
Yeah.
and give it some volume. See how it says volumizer, hair
That's
powder.
cool. May I try some?
Go for it,
Is that
dude.
okay?
Go for it.
Thank you. So I just put it in my hand.
Just do it as so. Yeah, let's see this. Let's see this.
This is kind of fun.
Got a William Griffin
So you
exclusive.
snort it. You snort it,
Yeah,
right?
you put it up your butt.
Yeah. So I just dump it in my hair.
Yeah, just like that, dude.
And then I'm instantly a Korean boy band.
Yeah, dude. Now you're Harry
look at
Styles.
that. Oh yeah, Harry Styles called.
Dude, because you're styling your hair.
Cool. I look like a crazy person now.
You kind of look like the dude from. You kind of look like the dude from what do you call that Twilight movie? Yeah, Twilight.
Oh yeah, Twilight. Oh, Edward Cullen, because he has like this bowl hair. He has this hair is always like.
Solid.
I'm a vampire.
Yeah, Saw. Like vampires are like the elite forms of fashion, and let's just face it, vampires probably have like the coolest style, actually.
Yeah, I think in history that's pretty true. Those vampires, man, they
Dude, they
cape?
sleep in a coffin. That's like the dankest
Yeah.
bed
a
ever.
coffin. I mean, that's like a sound chamber, like the chambers with no sound. I don't know what it's called.
Sounds like a chamber that would have sound
yeah,
in it.
yeah. Sound chamber and a coffin.
Yeah.
I think there's a show called What We Do in the Shadows about vampires.
Yes.
And they're pretty stylish, I should say.
I love that show.
You seen it? It's pretty funny, isn't it?
One of the main dudes from Workaholics, Kyle, like the drug dealer guy, he is the director for
Oh, really?
Shadows. Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe that's why it's so darn funny.
Shout outs Kyle and the whole Workaholics crew.
Yeah,
We fucking
Kyle.
love you.
Yeah, thanks, Kyle, for making all this possible.
Yeah, exactly. All this
We have
possible.
no connection with Kyle.
Yeah, he's like, thanks for misconstruing
Yeah.
Twilight into
Right.
where we live in the shadows, or what we do in the shadows.
Oh, what are all these people doing?
They just came in and we currently have 0 live listeners, but we have
all those people were here. That's wild.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad, you know? And that's even cool. More on the follow-up. Yo, be sure to check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Smash that like and subscribe button. You're like, dude, you didn't tell me like not to hit it with a hammer. Now I broke my phone because I smashed that button so hard.
Don't smash.
So ready.
Smash the button, yeah.
Yeah. In Germany, we smash the buttons.
Smash the buttons. In Berlin, buttons. The Berlin buttons.
So you can't just, one doesn't simply smash the button.
Dude, I love those memes.
You got to caress the button.
You can't simply smash the button.
No.
9999.
You got to lick it at first. You got to,
what kind of podcast is this?
You got to spit on it, as this stupid ass girl once said. Yes, hop to it on that thing.
I know. I was walking around last night doing a bar crawl, and like people were like saying that, and like as I was walking by, and I was like, "What are y'all?" I don't know. I was like, "I'm not getting sucked into this."
Finally, we get to circle back. So we were about to share a Hawk Tui story before the podcast. Let's tie it back.
Where were we?
So you were trying to tell me about when she got on stage for. Tell me about it, because then I'll tell you my story.
Apparently, the Hawk Tui girl, or however you pronounce it, she got on stage, or Zach Bryan like brought her on stage at one of his concerts.
The country singer.
Yeah, and so that's what I heard. I had no other info besides that. But
that's it?
I was like, she's like totally hacked the game of getting attention and like going viral. So
totally hawked.
Yeah, she really hawked the attention.
No, I think it's quickly like backsliding on her, because so she got on stage. This is like an example of what I'm trying to get to, is like somebody that was not ready to be viral. Like where it was just like a sheer like just spur of the moment thing, and then now she's like being like put onto a higher pedestal, but she doesn't know what to do with that.
There's no ammo or anything behind it.
Literally. So when Shaq, aka Shaq, DJ Diesel now, Shaq, the basketball player, he's now a DJ. He's literally been a DJ now, like mainstay.
Really?
Believe it or not, yes. He's DJ Diesel. There's plenty of proof for this.
Cool.
I'm telling you, he's somebody, even like, quick side story, there's like a packed ass festival. Packed. Somebody had a totem of like one of those kid basketball goals.
Yeah.
They threw the toy basketball all the way up on the stage. Shaq got it. And then from the stage, this thing was probably like 50 feet out from the stage.
Yeah.
He sunk it first try, dude.
Really?
Into like a toy hoop.
Jeez. He still got it. He still got it. He's the man.
So he brought up the Hawk Tui girl, and he's like, yeah, we're going to and like she kind of walks out, and she's just like, and it's like in the middle of like a really hype, like steroid infused like EDM track, and she's just like, she literally just like comes out, and she's just like standing there, and it's like,
oh no.
And just, that's it. And it's like everybody was completely disenchanted. Like where they're just like, oh, she's actually like just whack. Like,
oh man, that stinks, because I mean, how's she supposed to replicate what she did? I mean, I think she has like an interesting accent, interesting viewpoint, I guess. I don't know.
Dude, so where is it?
I think she's partnering with like a hat company is what I saw on YouTube or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I wasn't too impressed by
she's probably already a millionaire. This crazy stuff.
Yeah, I know, right? Where is it? Man, here's the Zach Bryan one. Let's see a little bit.
Oh yeah, how did that go?
Because I can't find the Shaq one right now. I saw them on Instagram, and it was just so awkward. It was just terrible. So
whoa.
So where she's just standing there. She's not even spitting on the microphone. Like, this is my point.
Maybe she's like a
Oh no! How
Oh,
bad
no,
is
she-
singing? So
Huh, that was odd.
this is my point. It's like her shtick is hawk tui, and
Right.
she did nothing of the like. She didn't spit on the stage. She didn't spit in her hand. She didn't pretend to give like a hand job with spit in her
Right.
hand. She didn't spit.
Yeah, how's she gonna do? I mean, what?
She
Yeah,
didn't spit on anything. Like,
what's she gonna do?
where's the spit? Like,
Yeah.
is she gonna like team up with a lube company that's just made purely of her spit? Like, there's
Yeah.
like she's clearly not
Yeah.
understanding the assignment here.
Right. Yeah. How does she keep like using her format or her shtick? What does she do with it?
She's just a one trick pony.
I thought she was like being sponsored by a hat company. It's like these little hats or something.
It's
So that was-
stupid, dude. Why not a lube company?
yeah, that would seem to be a more reasonable, like no, I don't know, a special toothpaste company or something. Something.
You know, spit infused toothpaste. Why
Yeah.
not? Yeah. Like, there's so much left on the table. She's
Yeah.
doing a terrible job.
You're leaving money on the table, Hawk Twa girl.
Yeah. Like, I get it.
Poor
It's
thing doesn't even have a real name. I don't know her name.
Yeah, I know. Right?
What's your name? I don't know.
Tony Hawk's daughter.
Oh, that would be
it.
wild. What if it was someone famous? She's a
Ugh.
Kardashian.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's a whole other thing. Did you see the Tom Brady roast?
I did.
What'd you think?
I was like cringing when they were going after like his wife and stuff. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, for sure. But that's definitely was one of the most
Yeah.
obvious things, and he knew that too.
I watched his interview afterwards. He's like, I made a mistake by doing all this because he felt bad about like his family and stuff. And I was like, oof.
Dude, yeah, there was like the comedian that was talking about the massage from like the owner and stuff.
Oh yeah, from Robert Kraft, the billionaire dude.
Yeah, and then like Tom Brady got up, he's like, see, he was like, literally didn't never fucking say that shit again.
Yeah.
And it was like pretty serious in that moment.
Yeah.
And I was like,
I noticed that.
fuck, dude. I was,
And it's funny he said that about the billionaire, but not about, like, he could have gotten mad about anything said during the whole time,
Well-
but he chose to, like, they made fun of his sister, his wife, his kids, but when they messed with Robert Kraft, he was like, no, that's too far.
Well, yeah,
It's
and
like-
there was allegedly a predetermined set of constraints, and that
Really?
was on the no-no list. And allegedly, yeah, and then like it's like when the comedian's still gonna go for it to
Yeah.
get the fucking reactions.
I wonder if his wife was not on the list, because
Oh no, the wife was certainly up for grabs. Like that, he didn't get mad totally about that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he sat there
Yeah.
and he ate that up pretty good.
yeah, he didn't seem too like phased about it. And I was like, well, I'd be so ticked, but I didn't sign up for that. So
It's like I would be so pissed if it wasn't for like actually making like $3 million off of this roast.
God, is that what he gets?
Who knows, dude? It's probably more than that.
Jeez.
Think
Yeah.
about it.
He gets millions.
Who knows?
And Giselle, what a dog.
Giselle.
The Brazilian models, they're just not what you think they're cut out to be, in my experience.
It's just a funny name to have as a wife.
That is an unfortunate name.
Giselle. It's like
Maybe-
a gazelle,
Gazelle, yeah.
but jizz.
I think Giselle and the Hawk Twa girl should partner up and do something.
They should create a scissors company. It's pretty funny, right?
Yeah. Scissors, like, yeah.
Get it because like they rub their together.
Yeah, right.
We'll bleep that. We'll bleep that.
We'll edit that out.
Yeah, that's where my head's at.
Scissors. Whenever I think scissors, I always think of Play-Doh. There's something about Play-Doh and scissors. I don't know why in my head they always pop together, but they don't for other people's minds.
Okay.
Because when I was a kid, I think we used to play with Play-Doh, and then we also had like little scissors we cut the Play-Doh with.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know why that always.
They
comes
give
to my
you
head.
all the little. They give you all the little molds and
like
shapes.
little molds.
I just ate everything.
Yeah. You seem like you ate a lot of Play-Doh.
Yeah, the red ones tasted the best.
Oh, God.
Yeah, dog. My body's made out of Play-Doh.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
No, I'm just out here playing with this dough.
Yo. Big
Play-Doh,
Pippin.
sponsor me, son.
Yeah, sponsor me, Play-Doh.
Dude. I'm trying to play with some dough.
Play-Doh.
And I ain't talking about Play-Doh.
Yeah.
Talking about the philosopher Play-Doh.
Talking about that Bitcoin, yo.
Talking about that last play that Tom Brady made dough.
What was his last play? Did
It was the roast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, now he's playing with some dough.
That dude, he's probably worth like, what, $500 million or something?
Probably way more than
Billion.
Giselle.
No, I think she's worth more than he is.
Oh.
She's worth so much.
Oh my
Think
God.
about Brazilian models.
Yeah, well, does she have like all those rings that he does?
No, she doesn't. Mm-mm.
Well, he had one less ring after all the...
Yeah, he has one less ring. She probably sold hers. Smart woman.
Yeah, did you, what's the last like stand-up comedy show you went to around here?
What happened? What was the last show I went? Oh, I saw Bert Kreischer a few
No,
weeks
so
ago.
you were there.
Yeah. Did you go?
Yes.
Yeah, it was amazing. It had so many people. Bert Kreischer, Mark Kreischer, Mark Normans, Dan Soder.
Yep.
It was so funny.
Yeah, one of the bigger names, Dave Attell.
Oh yeah, David.
Not to forget, like, Legion of Skanks, huge legendary podcast member, Big J Okerson.
Yeah.
One of the funniest motherfuckers on this planet of Earth, I swear to God.
So funny.
Big J Okerson. There was, what was that girl's
The
name?
woman was really funny. She was.
Fuck me for not remembering that girl's name. Yeah, I don't know. I think Mark Norman did the best, and then I think that Big J did all right. David Tell did all right. Bert is falling off, and
Yeah.
it's like I started watching these things about how Bert is like really falling off the deep end with like disillusion and like seeking for approval, and it just being all about the content and not really having like genuine good times. And it's actually more about like the superficial things and people placating to being friends with Bert, even though he's like kind of being like hated on right now. It's like Bert's just the cool kid in the neighborhood that has the N64 with all like the best toys and video games, and like you just go and hang out with him, and he's kind of annoying and egocentric.
Oh, geez, that's not where you want to be as a performer.
So
that's not going to bode well for the work.
no, and look into it, because it's a very real thing that I just within like the past 48 hours found out about.
Really? So people, I guess he got big for the machine, right? Or is that just? I mean, I guess he's been doing this for decades. So I don't know. Yeah.
He hadn't been doing it really like as long as you would think. He kind of started out and then he started out later in life. I think it was like his early 40s, and then ended up hitting a stride within like the first 6 months, because somebody who, I forget who it was, found them out, and like he pretty much like fast tracked him. And he's like, I don't really have like real talent. I just kind of like tell stories, and it just comes natural to me. And people, like, when you start watching his podcast and start seeing like this sort of like weird like narcissistic rants and stuff, and like people are just starting to see through it.
Jeez.
Yeah, Bert Kreischer of all people.
Sounds like the beginning of like a horror movie or something. He's like starting to like, ooh.
Yeah, it's like a
lose his mind.
psychological horror movie where he's like, he goes from thinking that he's the shit to like actually everybody kind of just thinks differently of him, and he's like in a psychological waking up of a like
Whoa.
psychological nightmare.
I'll have to check that out on Wikipedia or something. That's wild.
Yeah, there's a good source on YouTube called Comedy Enforcement. Shout outs to Comedy Enforcement. You're the shit, dog. I subscribe to you. And yeah, check it out. That dude's out here. So what podcasts have you been listening to lately?
What have I been listening to? I'm big on School right now. So SKOOL.
I haven't heard
of this.
No.
School is like, it's like an online, it's like a website that allows you to like form communities that'll be like paid subscribers.
Kind of like
So,
Discord or something?
Yeah, it's like Discord, but it's like just, yeah, it's like everything's all encompassed in School. So like it allows you to like whatever your traffic source is, bring people into your community. It's a way for you to set up a community around whatever it is that you do, whether it's your music or you solve a specific problem or you sell something. And so I listen to a podcast about like people who are crushing it on school right now, because I think it's really interesting, like as a business model. So like, yeah, just listen to what people are doing right now in school to grow their community and make more money and be more epic.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Now, if we can segue to your button-up shirt, I can clearly tell it's from Buc-ee's.
Oh yeah, this thing.
Which has got to be the greatest establishment on planet Earth.
Yeah, have you been? It's amazing. Yeah.
I recently went.
Oh yeah, which state?
It was Florida, and then I think I've hit Florida, a couple in Florida, and then one in like Georgia, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, it's amazing. I went to the one in Tennessee for the first time like 2 weeks ago, and I got this shirt and the bathing suit as a suit, and it was amazing. It's like a Walmart, but for gas stations. It was crazy.
Dude, it's like if Costco were to cross with like Walmart, but like with like the no Costco like pairs up with what's the second best gas station, like Quick Trip, and then
Quick Trip,
but with the customer service of Chick-fil-A.
The customer service was really good. Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, and it's like I remember going in there and just being like, I was so astounded. I was like, I want for if somebody meeting me for the first time, for it to feel like they're walking into a Buc-ee's for the first time.
Right,
where it's like they didn't expect just all of this amazingness, clean bathrooms, briskets, people in a mascot costume, free samples,
the mascot,
the best everything.
It's amazing. What do you like to buy when you're there?
Dude, I spent like over $100 on accident. I'm telling you, like, well, a lot of it was stuff for my ex-girlfriend.
Oh no.
Anyways, like we ended up getting like a pillow, a blanket, a bunch of snacks, foods, merchandise. Next thing you know, it's over $100.
Jeez, yeah. Did you eat all the stuff?
Yeah, of course. It was the best thing ever. I was like, their food scientists have to be Nazis.
Yeah, definitely Nazi food scientists. Yeah. The beef brisket sandwich blew my mind.
Yeah, it was like an atomic bomb in my mouth.
Yeah, it's like $13 and it was like a hunk of beef and sandwich. It was wild.
You call that one the Chernobyl.
It was so good. And then I met the mascot and I got a picture with him. He was really nice.
Too.
Yeah, he was really nice. I'm pretty sure he's like on parole or something.
You like see the little ankle monitor?
I'm like, this dude's definitely wearing an ankle monitor. He reeks of booze. No, I don't know. That's like behind every Buc-ee's mascot, there's an unhappy middle-aged man.
But he's making like $250,000. Like,
yeah, what if he's crushing it? Yeah.
I'm gonna take a leak really quick.
Yeah, cool.
We're gonna call for an advertisement break.
Yeah, cool.
I'll be right back in like 45 seconds.
Cool. I'll sit here with this vodka bottle.
Hey.
How does all this work? Bleep, blurp, bleep, blurp, bleep. Bum, 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 bum. Hello, everyone. Hello, Clarice. Look at this giant circle behind me. What does this do? Oh, that's Zest. It's our sponsor today. Zest Vodka, breaking up families since 1860. Zest Vodka. Fill your life with zest. Zest Vodka. Born in the heartland of Russia. I don't know. I don't even know what. That's not true. I don't know that. Made with fresh lemon juice Ooh. Zest.
You having a moment?
Yeah, I was just riffing on Zest.
Dude, this ad break was brought to you by Blue Chew, William's #1 choice of male enhancement chewable tablets.
Yeah, they work wonders, guys. It's really saved my divorce. Bluetooth. What is it called? Bluetooth?
Blue Chew, dude.
Bluetooth.
No, Blue Chew.
Blue Chew. Oh, okay. I was like Bluetooth male enhancement. That's confusing. Yeah. Blue Chew.
Blue Chew.
Blue Chew male enhancement. Yeah. If it can work for me, it can work for anybody. Yeah. Like making them. Never mind. I won't be graphic.
No, it's funny. It's really not sponsored by Blue Chew. I was just trying to rag.
If it was, there was this like teacher at our school or like in our hometown, and he like was a teacher at a private school, but he was like, guys, I don't have to work here. I choose to because I've invested in a little company called Viagra. No, he was like an early,
that's like gay country.
But he was like my wife and I. My wife makes the best pound cakes, but I invested in Viagra, and I do not have to work actually at all. And we're all like, okay, then.
Wait,
what? Yeah, it was so bizarre. Like, his story was ridiculous, and his mannerisms were also ridiculous. Like everything about him,
that doesn't make sense. Yeah, your wife.
Yeah. None of it made any sense. We're all like, I don't know. I don't pretend to know other people's business, but I was like, he is a comical creature.
This is a school teacher?
Yeah, and it wasn't at my school either. I went to a public school, but he taught at a private school like 20 miles north of our city. So one day we skipped school at our school and drove all the way up to that school because I just heard stories about him. So we snuck into the school and saw him, and we looked in, and he was known to always be like, my wife makes the best pound cakes. And so we walked in, and I looked into his classroom.
Pound cakes.
Yeah. Who knows what he meant by that?
Yeah, his wife.
And I saw him. His wife
cakes.
makes pound cakes, yeah. And yeah, we saw him, and I saw him for 2 seconds, and he was in the classroom going, like that.
He's like, I make the best cream pies known to man.
He's like,
right?
algebra.
Yeah, like, dude,
That's what he was teaching about. He's like, the thing about calculus is.
Calculus.
Yeah.
Is.
So, I don't know. Neither here nor there, but.
No, I'm just surprised that you were able to, like, sneak into this school.
Yeah.
Like, that's
I know,
not
looking
a
back,
thing.
it's not. It was a while ago, but yeah. And I was with buddies, and they'd all gone there, so I wasn't just like a lone
I'm just
male.
here, like, showing up to the school. No need for a visitor's pass. I'm just trying to, like, spy on this teacher to
like
see if he says
16.
anything gay.
Yeah, I was like 18. I was like, let's go check out this teacher. See if that pound cake's like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's, like, sampling out
It
the
was the
pound
2000s.
cake.
Who knows?
Yeah, exactly.
It was a different world.
Early aughts.
Yeah, it was the early aughts.
Yeah, you said you're 33?
33, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
see,
yeah.
we're in, like, pretty much the same exact generation.
Yeah. The greatest generation.
Yeah, like the ones that weren't born with iPads in their hands.
Oh my gosh. These kids now. Oh my gosh, Bobby.
All I know is propane and propane accessories.
Propane accessories.
Damn it, Bobby, with your iPod.
But Dad.
But Dad, I want boobs.
I like, dude.
Yeah,
then,
pour yourself some, dude.
This stuff actually is really good.
Literally, pour it up, dude.
I might have a little taste.
Yeah, it's this is a sponsored podcast. It's brought to you by
Zest.
See, look. This is how good Zest is. I brought the bottle out, and I was kind of motioning earlier to be like, pull your shot glass out, and he's like, I was like, you know what, I'm not going to peer pressure him. But then it turned into him actually wanting a shot because Zest is made with all natural ingredients. It's truly
It really doesn't bite. Yeah.
It's truly a superior, healthy choice of shots.
Yeah.
As we tell in the ad reads, this is why I stand behind this company.
Ching ching.
Cheers.
Cheers.
So what's your next open mic or stand-up opportunity that I can come out and
Oh yeah, I think Wednesday I'm trying something new at Elliottboro.
y'all show up, Elliottboro Mini Bar,
Yeah.
downtown Charleston, South Carolina. Go on.
Yeah, I'm just doing kind of a character. So like I sometimes do stand-up and other times I just do stories or just like riff with the crowd. I'm always like trying stuff out. And so this Wednesday I'm gonna try out a character that I'm developing. And the character will bring someone on stage and interview them. And the character's like bad. He's like, you ever watch Jiminy Glick? Have you ever seen that?
No. I've
Okay.
heard,
Have
like,
you ever
Jiminy
seen
Cricket,
like how Zach Galifianakis between two ferns?
Oh, for sure.
You know how that it's like he's an interviewer, but he's kind of like clueless and not good at his job.
Yeah, on
It's
purpose.
On purpose.
Yeah.
That's kind of or like even Borat. He kind of is interviewing people, but he's weird about it in his own way. So that's kind of the format.
Yeah,
so it's not
like
going to be
dry and like perfectly awkward kind of
yeah, it's just going to be weird, and we're going to see what happens. So I've been like developing that for a couple days now. And
Are you like
character.
method acting through like Zach or anything?
Through?
Or,
Oh
like,
yeah,
training like
I'm
through
using mainly.
Galifianakis?
I would, but more Jiminy Glick, this character I found, who's like
Jiminy
Mar-
Glick. He
yeah.
sounds like he's from 1890.
You know, Do you know Martin Short, the Canadian actor, probably in his 70s now, to be honest? He's in The Three Amigos. He was on SNL. His name's Martin Short. And he does this character who's kind of an overweight interviewer, and he's like, "Let's talk about," and then he hits him with the piece of paper. I don't know. Look up Jiminy Glick, and he'll just be like, "Well, the Nazis didn't want to actually do anything bad. Anyway, what do you think about?" And like he'll just start and then pivot to something, and the person's like, "What?" Like he's like, "A lot of people think women shouldn't vote. What do you think about that, Philip?"
Yeah,
and you're like, "Whoa!" Like,
yeah. I mean, if they've had an abortion, then no.
Right. Tie the voting rights to that. Yeah.
Yeah, but if they haven't had an abortion, then yes, they can vote. And that's my stance.
Right. That's vote for Philip 2024.
Yes, I have clear morals and values that are not prejudiced or discriminatory at all. No, the funny thing is that I make racist and like prejudice jokes, but I'm like the least in that manner.
Oh yeah. Wait, what is that?
This is brought to you by Zen.
Oh snap.
This podcast is brought to you by Zens. It's the
May I have one?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I appreciate it. Thank
Seriously, have you tried these?
you. Yeah.
Okay,
I just want to make sure they weren't the 6 milligram.
No,
because
they're
those
not.
like
Those make
messed
me
me up.
sick.
I took one of these the other night, and then I got in an Uber in the very back, and the guy like spun the car around really quickly, and I was like, I don't feel too hot. It was not good.
Yeah, I started out on the 6s, and then I went to the 3s because I was like, I went from smoking cigarettes to vaping to now just I'm just like fully on like PCP and heroin. So I feel like this is oh yeah, and I guess Zens too or whatever.
Zens, yeah.
No, I'm really trying to clear up my lifestyle, so I stopped vaping.
Yeah, I noticed Philip, all his light bulbs are missing. He must be using those with his meth. Just all your light bulbs are missing, and hey, all the veins on your toes are gone. That's weird.
I should be wearing a long sleeve shirt right now.
Why aren't you wearing a long sleeve shirt?
These veins are highly suspiciously nice.
Yeah, you get some nice big old heroin receptors there.
Yeah, I've got like the best, like all the heroin
you have
people.
some good advantage.
Oh,
I'm a little doughboy right now.
Dude,
sure the vodka doesn't help.
All you heroin users wish you had my veins. Yeah.
Dude, a lot of people use heroin. I guess I don't want to bring up a terrible subject, but like it's kind of wild. Heroin and meth, it's like a huge thing. But anyway.
Yeah, I mean it's not bigger than my thing, but
yeah, well, it's bigger than mine. As we established in our TSA moment. Like, oh my gosh, that poor thing.
It's like view, view, and then you look over and they're like
they're
like, why are you laughing?
Yeah, why are you laughing at me?
They're like, you're not he definitely doesn't have anything in his pockets at all.
Yeah, he's got nothing.
Especially the front pocket, the one with the zipper.
Yeah.
There's nothing in that compartment.
Empty.
At all.
Empty as a whatever empty thing is. This is message brought to you by TSA.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I like going to airports and just, staring at people and telling them not to get on those planes.
Yeah, I just go into airports just to get frisked.
Right, yeah, that is an added bonus. Yeah.
I'm like, nah. I actually got something on my butt. You want to take me into the other room?
Yeah, y'all need to really frisk me down.
Yeah, I may or may not have.
That's so true. Frisking and getting frisky, those are very... Whoa. Because if you frisk somebody, you're searching them. And then getting frisky is like you're getting frisky.
Yeah, and I feel like frisky is kind of
That's
like
kinda crazy.
It's
Whoa.
like that term is starting to become a little vintage too. By the way, frisky. It's almost like
Oh, and if something's not really frisky, you say it's frisky. Like, if you're like, hey, I got peanut butter pretzels, and someone's like, getting frisky.
yeah. I'd be like, sure, yeah. Maybe if I was like.
That would be frisky.
That would be frisky, but
Right.
okay, let's not get too out of control. I'm just trying to open up a whiskey company called Frisky Whiskey, and then
Do you
that's
think that's been done? That's genius.
not been done. I just made it up.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it's
You
like
gotta buy the domain.
2 words rhyme?
Yeah.
What?
Whoa, snack attack. That's crazy. I love that.
Yeah, we would change a generation. Every other podcast has a the We Might Be Drunk podcast.
Yeah.
They got they have their own whiskey, and it's Bodega Cat. That's Mark Normand and Sam Morrell.
Yeah.
They've got Bodega Cat whiskey.
Interesting.
So
Yeah,
we
they're
would
all
just
doing that.
open up a competitor called Frisky Whiskey, and he'd come
Frisky
with
Whiskey.
Paluchu.
It's like a pack. It's like the Lunchables, but for adults. It's like
Oh
a
my
whiskey.
God,
It's like
yes.
whiskey with a pill with a hangover thing. And then a letter to write to your parents to let you know why you let them down.
Oh my God.
Like, oh, it's all there.
Now we're on to something. Okay, so
Yeah.
it'd be kind of formatted like a Lunchable.
It's a Lunchable.
In your local liquor store.
Right.
It's like got the little compartments with like the heat seal.
Yeah, it's like a heat seal. Kills dolphins when you throw it away. Yeah.
Yes, like all like a bunch of like little straws for turtles.
Yeah, turtle straws.
Bunch of random like rings to get like turtles trapped in their
yeah,
get turtles trapped in their
in their own
in their environment.
Their environment, their nets.
Yeah, we just had our main camera overheat due to this being a fire ass podcast.
Yeah, because this podcast is so fire. Yeah,
it's so
it
fire.
happens.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, dude.
Is it the
like,
room? Is the room too hot?
I think it was that like entrepreneurial idea that we had
it's
about
that bomb
Frisky
idea
whiskey.
we just had.
Yeah, it's probably the lack of air conditioning within this shoebox of a room.
Yeah, it does get warm with 2 humans in here.
Yeah.
It's like 2 rats inside of a wool sock. It's just like a hot environment, I guess is my point.
That's like something that like Theo Von would say.
What? That's what it's like.
It's hot in here like 2 rats in a wool sock.
I guess that's not a thing, but it seems hot. Yeah.
It's yeah, it's hotter than a hot pocket up in this rocket.
When I came into this room, I thought it was gonna be funny if this wouldn't be funny, but this is where my mind went. I was like, what if I went in your room and it was like you had pictures like cutouts on the wall of like newspapers with people, and you cut out the eyes, and like you had strings like we talked about with Charlie from the show, and like what if I learned as soon as I walked in here that you were insane, and I'd be like on your pod like, oh god, like I'm in like Buffalo Bill's dungeon or something.
Dude, no, I will
terrible.
one up you to make sure you know I'm insane.
Okay, go on.
This one, yeah, go off, King.
Yeah, go
Tell me
on.
about how serial killer you
Pray
are.
tell.
Yes, you're Buffalo Bill infused.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you would walk in here and the whole entire walls would be exposed with a beautiful expose of just random like pictures of you that I like.
Oh no,
printed
that
off
would
of
be
the
so
internet.
creepy. Yeah.
And then like little like dicks drawn into your mouth and like
Right, that
little
would be
fucking like
disconcerting, yeah.
daggers in your eyes and like
and mannequin limbs.
yarn drawn to like fucking empty condoms and like
To like my birthday and like,
Weird
like
shit.
stuff about me. I'm
like
like,
the
oh my
Queen
God.
of England is like over on the other end. You're like you like come in and it's just like hung,
Yeah.
and I'm like, and all of a sudden the door shuts behind
Yeah.
you really quick, and you're like, and you're like, and I'm like, yeah, you've ever heard of the human centipede?
I'm like, oh my God, not again. No!
Not again.
This is the 3rd podcast this week. Actually, that is a great way to... Dude, that would be the most catnip thing to do to people. Would be like, hey, you want to come to my pod? Just come over to my house. And like everyone's going to be like, yeah, sure. And then they get over here and you like trap them. It's like...
It's catnip thing?
It's just, that was the most catnip type thing you could come up with. Yeah. I'm not a cat person, but...
Yeah, I'm completely safe. Come over.
Yeah, come
here.
over here.
Yeah, come over.
Come over here and play with me. Like, oh, okay.
Dude, I've got all the coolest toys.
Yeah. Axe body spray and a bunch of like,
Dude, I got like an Xbox, like
Duck
Axe
Hunt.
body spray.
yeah, a bunch of whole milk,
Yeah,
yak
like
butter.
milk, like nothing suspicious at all.
Yeah. Okay, so I saw this. This reminds me of this video I saw. And it's like it's my buddy sent it to me. And it's a video of like it's like a point of view video, and the guy's like, "You want to check out my secret room?" And like it's like he's like a contractor or something. So like it starts out very wholesome. And it's like, check out this secret room I built behind my bookcase. And he like clicks a book on the wall on this bookcase, and he opens up the bookcase and he goes in the room. He's like, as you can see, I put in a pool table and a this and a that, and then his camera slips and there's a girl in the corner tied up, and she's like, "Arr, arr," and he's like, whoops, never mind. And he goes out again, and it's like, it was just like, it was so unexpected.
Oh my god!
But anyway, that's probably
I didn't mean to expose the.
It's like the girl's like, "Arr."
Please kill me!
She's like, tell the others, like,
Kill me!
yeah. Tell the others, like, oh, nothing to see here.
I've been trapped for 20 years.
Been trapped for 20 years in here. So that obviously that'd be terrible, but it's the premise of the sketch was on point. I'd say.
Yeah,
Hitler, whatever.
Yeah, human centipede.
Yeah, human centipede.
Blue
I've never
Chew.
seen that.
I haven't seen it either.
Yeah.
It's just me and my friend have been recently joking about it.
Yeah, I don't want to get any ideas that would make my free time any more terrible than it already is. Yeah, just taking a Saturday sabbatical and trying out some human centipede type stuff. It's like I don't even know what that would. I don't know.
Reporting live out front of child
William.
predator William Griffin's house, and he's
I'm wearing like a
caught
wife beater. I know you're interviewing.
101 charges of
Yeah.
everything under the sun.
Yeah, everything. I would not want that. Actually, I do get that a lot from people. Like when I get off stage, like girls will be like, "You seem like a serial killer," and I'm like,
I hope like Ted
like
Bundy
in a cool way or a bad way. And I'm like, well, I guess it's only a bad way that could be construed. So I don't know. You just roll with what you are, I guess.
Yeah, dude, you just gotta kill cereal.
Yeah, I've always tried to play with that joke. I've never been able to make it work. Like the idea of killing cereal, serial killer, and like all that. I'm like, I could never get that joke to work. It's a tough one.
But can we get into really how to make? Because it's such a cliche joke. Like serial killer. I kill cereal. Ugh.
And once I looked it up and saw how many people have done it, I was like that showed me there's nothing like new under the sun. There's nothing original. Someone's thought of everything. Like, isn't that like a rule on the internet or something where people are like, if you thought of it, there's already 1,000 people online paying for that thing. Like if you've already. It's like some rule that has a name on the internet.
Well, what if the cereal was the killer? Okay.
Oh.
And they're
Go on.
right. Yeah.
That's a crazy idea, guys. yeah.
All right. So get this.
Oh no, he's flatlining. Beep beep beep.
Oh, the
Dr.
cereal
Griffin.
kill. Yeah, cereal. Okay, so the cereal kills you because
cereal
of
kills you.
diabetes. You die.
It really does. Cereal probably does kill a lot of people.
You die of sweeties. You die of eating too much sweeties.
That's true. Serial killer. Cereal is the killer.
Yeah, that's okay, see?
General
I'm trying to
Foods.
put it on it. I'm trying to spin this on its head.
Yeah.
Not kill cereal, but the cereal kills you.
Yeah, and it is. If you have diabetes or you eat too often, people die from that. Like the top 3 like killers in the US are like diabetes and heart disease and like something else. Like it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I like food lifestyle or
it's kind of sad.
style.
Like it's kind of weird, man. Like you don't see like the same amount of like serial killers anymore, dude. It's kind of sad.
I mean, what happened? Yeah, Count Chocula's gone. The Lucky Charms dude's dead. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like
Weird.
you don't even get shit like your Ted Bundys anymore, dude. It's like there's too many cameras around. Like,
yeah, you can't do anything anymore.
come on, dude. Like all these like the.
Was Ted Bundy the guy who like ate people? Or he blew up people? What
I
did he
don't
do?
know. I think Jeffrey Dahmer ate people.
Oh, yeah. I knew a girl whose last name was Dahmer or Dahmers or something like that. And it was always awkward introducing her to people because I'm like, this is so-and-so Dahmer. And then everyone's always like, what? Like, who's her dad? I'm like, I don't know. He seems like a really quiet, nice guy. And he's from, like, up north or something. So, like, maybe people thought it was her. I don't know. But, yeah, she turned out not to be a serial killer either. So that was good. That was a plus.
That's fine.
Yeah, she was so boring. Never killed anybody before.
God, yeah, man. Like, nothing's exciting anymore.
Yeah. I'm just looking for that rush.
Yeah.
However I can get it.
I'm looking for that next kill.
Yeah, I started out with small animals. You know, magnifying glass, some ants or something. And
Remember, it was that gerbil, that hamster?
Gerbil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there is that story. Yeah, so I do true crime tours. Like, one of my tours, I do a true crime.
Do tell.
And I'm not trying to plug that. We're very busy anyway. But on the tour, there's this story about this guy named Pee Wee Gasquet, and he's like...
No, Pee Wee Gaskins.
Pee Wee Gaskins, yeah. Yeah, sorry, I was thinking of something else. But Pee Wee Gaskins, and he could be like the biggest serial killer in American history, like potentially.
Yeah. Definitely South Carolina history.
Yeah.
I would say American history, but for some reason he's unsung in comparison to, you know, our forefathers of serial killing, like Jeffrey Dahmer,
and the Godfather, as we call him.
Yeah, the Godfather
in the community, in our community, our serial killer community, we call him the.
Yeah, we've lost a lot of great ones.
Yeah. Only the good die young.
Yeah, like. Hitler, just too soon.
Yeah, Hitler. Yeah, too soon.
Just too soon, man. He had so much potential.
Yeah, such a. He could have been sponsored by like a mustache oil brand or something.
Yeah,
Hitler was really bad. I'm gonna go ahead and hot take.
Yeah.
Yeah, hot take, guys. He was so bad.
Was like Michael Jackson bad, or like? Because he wasn't really bad at his job.
I'm bad.
Like, yeah, he was like. Michael Jackson. Are we talking about like good bad or bad?
Bad or good bad? He's so bad he's good.
Yeah.
No, yeah, Hitler, terrible, but
it's definitely terrible.
Great at teaching choreography, like marching and stuff.
Wow.
What if Hitler was just a choreographer who was out of work, so he figured out how to choreograph millions of people to dance his way?
Yeah, he was pretty gay, actually.
Yeah, he was a full. Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. What? Like anybody cares? Like, yeah, obviously Hitler's gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, and he's a vegetarian.
Like, we need everybody in. I'm the worst with impersonations, by the way. But
have at it.
We need everybody in matching costumes and dancing in unison.
Is that Borat
or else I will kill you.
But I will kill you.
Like I said, I'm the worst at.
No, that's good. I think you got pretty much his message.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would be mad at me saying that he's gay.
Yeah. Yeah. But he was a vegan and he loved dogs, so I mean that's, you know.
Okay, that counts for something.
I mean, I guess that's something. I don't know.
He liked dogs.
Yeah.
Like what kind of dogs?
I think he liked German Shepherds. No, I mean that's what I meant. That's what I was getting at. No, that's what I was getting at. He loved German Shepherds apparently, and like before he killed himself, he tried out his poison on his German Shepherd.
No.
Yeah, for real.
Whoa!
He first tried out the cyanide pill on his German Shepherd to make sure it was good.
And it died? And
the dog died, and he was like, all right, this is what the story is. I mean, I don't have any evidence one way or the other. But
allegedly!
Allegedly.
Oh my god, dude.
A lot of, you know. Oh yeah, that's kind of a conspiracy. Like, Hitler didn't die. Like this, he went to like Argentina. That's another conspiracy.
Yeah, there's too many conspiracies around Hitler.
Yeah.
You know, that he was gay, or like, I just made that one up.
Right, that was.
But like, actually, that he was a terrible artist.
Right.
Actually, that was true.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. That he had a horrible mustache. Actually, that's not a conspiracy.
Yeah, that's
either.
not a conspiracy. That's facts.
That's pretty cool. Like, that's true. He had a tiny dick. Nah, that's not a conspiracy either.
Yeah, that's just my life. Yeah,
fuck. That's just my personal life. Yeah, that's projecting
you're talking
onto
about
him.
Yeah, you're talking about yourself.
Yeah, I'm
now.
projecting at this point. Yeah, the conspiracy. Yeah, no. Oh, I meant the Holocaust never happened. Yeah, that's the one I was trying to get to.
That's wild.
Yeah, that's not my viewpoint.
Yeah, that's big. Philip's a big Holocaust denier. No, I'm joking. Obviously.
I'm a Holocaust denier. Yeah. Take this out of context.
Yeah, clip this and make it sound like I hate blah blah blah. Like,
yes. Oh my god.
Not the case. I heard this story about Hitler in World War I when he was in World War I as like a German corporal, Austrian corporal, and apparently he walked out of his trench and like was going to the bathroom or something, and some English soldier ran into him. The soldier had a gun and Hitler did not have a gun, and the soldier was like, and then chose not to shoot him because he didn't want to shoot. He just didn't want to shoot somebody, and that guy could have just shot Hitler, and the world would be different.
Kind of interesting.
Crazy. Yeah, and that was my grandfather. So no, I'm joking. So.
Oh my god!
What's this little plant thing you have here? Oh, it's fake. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, it's as fake as.
Fake as this dry shit. My hair feels poofy.
Yeah, you're looking like...
You look like a moron. Like Jimmy Neutron or something.
Yo, you could be onto something. A lot of people would be jealous of that volumizing hair attributes.
Volume on this.
Yeah, like it's too loud.
Want your hair to look like a mushroom? Try this shampoo.
Yeah.
Try shampoo.
You want your dick to look like a mushroom? Try Blue Chew.
Yeah. Is Blue Chew a real thing?
Yeah. I'm surprised you haven't heard
it's,
it.
It's like Viagra or something?
Yeah, I don't use it. It's just like one of those...
No, I get it, Phil.
It's one of the... Okay, yeah. Like, I definitely don't use it at all. Hold on. These are...
Yeah. Oh, no. Like, pills fall from and they have, like, your name on the prescription. The prescription is like... Philip, is this yours? Like, no, it's not mine. It's like your name on the bottle.
Dude,
like,
it's just a prank or something.
Yeah, I don't know where these came from. Must be my roommate.
Dude, funny, right? Like
closet full of skulls.
Yeah,
what's happening?
Oh my god. Dude, so where are we at? We've breached an hour and a half, dude.
Oh,
what else do you want to? What else do you want to say?
What else do I want to say? I want to say this sincerely. A lot of people tell me like, "Oh, I wish I could do stand up," and when I hear that, I'm kind of like, "You can," like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or someone's like, "I want to become a musician or do something or anything," I'm like, "Just do it." You know what I mean?
Yeah, like Shia LaBeouf.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Like, just do it, and yeah, it's more about like you go to the gym to work out. You don't go to the gym to get strong that one day. It's not going to happen. You're not going to be an incredible DJ on day one. You do it because you enjoy it, and then you keep doing your thing. And I think that's something I could sincerely say is like, whatever you want to do, as long as it's like within like your principles and your morals, go do it. Like, see what happens. Test it out.
Yeah, like I think I could rise to the powers and like actually create like a mass genocide and get a bunch of people in like the same uniform.
Right, yes. Go on.
So you're telling me I can do this?
You can do it.
Thank you. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
He understands it. Yes. Exactly. As long as that's within your moral system, then why not?
Dude, thanks, William Griffin of Charleston, South Carolina. You gave me permission.
Right.
To do anything I want to do with my life.
Do as thou wilt. Right.
Yes. Okay, that's all I needed was your permission.
Well, happy to help, man. Happy to serve and be that kind of... I'm glad to be your buoy during this storm of your life to go commit mass genocide. I think that's really commendable. It's really good.
But you're right, and I do commend you for that sentiment because it's like as
it's not gonna be perfect, but you go there and do it and just enjoy the ride.
This is my happy medium between not getting castrated on stage as a wannabe stand-up, but more or less it's just trying to be a funny podcast.
Yeah, it's so good.
And you're able to like help me segue bringing in my first like stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Because I love stand-up so much, the fact that we can just sit here and like just kind of try to create like riffs.
Yeah, just riffing around.
Naturally.
That's my favorite thing is riffing.
Like
when you hang out with... Have you ever hung out with a group of stand-up comics before?
No.
It is an amazing... Like, this is one of my ideas to create content is I have those meta glasses.
Yeah, dude.
And I want to just wear them. They can record either photos or videos, and I would just turn it on and riff with other comics. Like, the most fun you'll ever have, at least for me, is if I'm with 5 or 8 other comics and we're waiting around to go on stage, and us talking is like... It can be exhausting, or it can be also have elements of like... This is like the funnest, super coolest, best group to like riff and goof around with.
Oh no, yeah, it's charging and energizing.
It's so energizing.
Because
that's
it's
half
like
the fun of it.
It's energizing me to think that I would take those glasses, those same exact pair of glasses, and like remove them from my head, and then I put them inside like secretly in the toilet of like the women's restroom.
Right, that is the next step.
Okay, yes, and then like create an only toilets account.
An only toilets account. Right, and then you get sponsored by Clorox.
Thank you.
Yes. And Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean.
And you'd be Mr. Dirty.
Yeah, and all the butthole bleaching products.
Right, those are a very fast-growing market segment. And I've been at the forefront of that the whole time, really.
Male tampon companies too.
Right, that is a clear need there. Huge market gap there.
Yeah, gap. Gap. Yeah,
big gaps.
That's where I need my male tampon. It's in my huge gap.
Right. Pop in some Blue Chews. Grab one of those tampons for whatever reason a male may need.
The vodka soaked tampon.
Oh my god. It all goes back to Zest. They're like, don't do that with our product. That's a huge liability.
Yeah, exactly.
Huge class action.
I'm gonna be editing this, and y'all are gonna be wondering what they're saying during this segment.
They're like, hey, make sure you don't say how our, like, you don't Bear Grylls this. Bear Grylls like creates like an enema. He's like on a raft, and he like has like, this is disgusting. I'm sorry, but like. He's like on a raft. He's like, if you ever need hydration rapidly, an enema is the most logical solution. And he gets like a bottle, and he gets like a 2-liter Coke bottle. He puts it in the air on a stick, and then he attaches like a tube to it, and then inserts it into his backside, and then he quickly enemizes himself. And I'm watching the show like, I can't believe I'm watching this right now. This is wild. And then the very next episode, he's like squeezing like an elephant dung to get water out of it into his mouth. I know. I'll stop. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. And I'm not trying to be great. My point was like he commits to the role. I guess.
That was
like Bear Grylls and Borat. They both commit to the role. That's the commonality that no one asked for.
That's not Snickers.
Yeah, that's not a Snickers. You ever thrown a Snickers in a pool? It is the most fun you'll have. All day. Nah, neither have I. But make sure you buy it with cash, because otherwise they'll see who bought it with a debit card, and they'll be like, "Oh, Mr. Griffin, you purchased the Snickers right before someone threw a Snickers in the pool," and then all of a sudden you're the bad guy. I mean,
sorry, I accidentally dropped my Snickers out of my butt into the pool.
Sorry, I dropped the Snickers in the pool. The chlorine really makes it taste chemically.
Yes. Chemically that much better.
Exactly.
Well, this is brought to you by bath salts.
Yeah, brought to you by bath salts and Zest.
Well, that hit sounded truly intoxicating.
Yeah, just like, always love to fake smoke cigarettes.
Dude, I'm getting contact off that right now.
It used to calm me down, like during a play, I'd be like backstage, like fake smoking cigarettes, and everyone else started doing it, like before we went on stage.
To calm you down?
To calm down. It's like a little trick.
That's actually a placebo hack.
It's
right
a placebo,
there.
Yeah, it's a placebo hack.
Hey, y'all, just
because I read a study about to get people to like quit cigarettes, they would just give them a tube to like inhale, and that was like apparently like 80% as effective as a real cigarette for those people. So they helped them quit cigarettes by doing a placebo like that. It's like a stepping stone away.
I like that because it seems a little bit better than like substituting it for like PCP or heroin.
Right. Those have other risks.
I know.
Yeah. Oh god, that was my night last night.
It's like bad to do.
Yeah.
Sticky.
Especially in elementary school.
It's frowned upon to do PCP.
Yeah. No PCP. What is PCP? It's like a powder.
I don't even know. I just say the word. I think it's a kind of pipe. It's like made out of.
Oh yeah. PVC pipe. Yeah. PCP is just a pipe for irrigation. Yeah.
Plumbing purposes.
Just plumbing purposes.
I just got like a big pipe into my arm.
Yeah,
you
like
you don't want none of this, Ricky Bobby.
You don't want none of this. Dude, oh my god. When he's like, is that drug gonna get me high? And he's like, yeah, Dewey, it'll get you high. And he's like, well, is it expensive? He's like, no, it's the cheapest stuff out there. And he's like, well, is it addictive? And he's like, no, it's non-habit forming. And then like he meets all his objections. Sorry, no one's gonna be able to follow this, but yeah.
Yeah, this is for all the people out there looking for the next gateway drug.
Yeah, if you're looking to expand your drug addiction, we can't encourage that enough. JK.
Yes, just kidding.
Just kidding. Anyway.
Don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs.
Drink Zest Vodka. All right.
It's even yellowish, orangish. Oh, and that's the label looking. Oh, that's the label.
Yeah.
Making it color like that.
Exactly. So, find it in your local bar, liquor store, or cool friend's house.
Yeah, or that overage person you know.
Not me.
Yeah.
At all.
Not Philip.
Yeah.
He's underage.
I'm under the age of 69, so I'm underage.
Read into that what you will.
Yeah. All right. Well,
All right.
thank you once again, William Griffin.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for having me on, man. Respect.
Check him out this Wednesday at Elliottboro Mini Bar, found in the one and only historical downtown Charleston.
Yeah.
And prepare for a good time. Bunch of good laughs, wholesome experience. Say what up to my guy.
Yeah.
And everybody else in there, like a good Charlestonian would do. All right? Till next time, y'all. Peace.
Japanese tourist. Bye, y'all. Please help me.
The Pursuit of Sound podcast is proudly brought to you in part by our sponsor, Zest Vodka. Zest is designed for people like us who love to have a good time, but without that terrible morning after regret. Okay? Zest started with an idea to make a healthier shot option. The market's flooded with high alcohol, sugar heavy products, let's face it, promoting a culture of excessive drinking. But Zest knows we want a more genuine, transparent, and healthier choice without sacrificing taste or experience. So after Zest studied consumer preferences and existing brands, they dug deep into better ingredients. So Zest boasts proudly half the alcohol content, but don't get us wrong, significantly less sugar and zero artificial additives commonly found in traditional shot brands. All right, crafting Zest Vodka was not about introducing just another shot brand. It's more about sculpting an experience. You know, an indulgence-free drink that upholds the pinnacle of taste and quality. They stand to revolutionize the shot market, guiding it towards a brighter, healthier, and more transparent future. Yes, Zest Vodka. So please join us poolside, surrounded by friends, and enjoy Zest Vodka, crafted for everyone seeking a healthier choice. Drink responsibly.